I've always actually wanted to have children. I've known from a young age that I wanted to have kids. I think maybe in my early 20s. However, I didn't start to pursue it more definitively until, or think about it more definitively until about 3 years. And then last year, after pandemic or during pandemic, losing my dad, losing someone that I considered a mother-in-law to me, made me realize that I took life a little bit more seriously, and I was willing to take chances. And I knew that it was the perfect opportunity to explore having a child and creating a family. And as I wanted a traditional family, I was also accepting of just having a child and bringing a child into my life to have what was my conventional family. During the process, as I mentioned, I was in touch with Sophia, who passed me off to Alicio to handle a lot of the contractual negotiation factors of the process. From Alicio, I went over to Catalina, who was very welcoming when I first walked into New Life. She allowed me to, she made me feel comfortable. She introduced me to the embryologist and some of the necessary components, who also made me feel very welcome while I was at New Life. When I got through that process, and then I went over to Lenny. Lenny, who guided me through and confirmed the pregnancy, which I was shocked that it was my first embryo that took during the pregnancy. And she was like a little sister to me, guided me along through selection of surrogate mother, through the selection of the egg donors, and here we are. From Lenny, I went over to Paula, who was my pregnancy coordinator during the process, who was also very phenomenal with the process and knowledgeable, kept me up to date as much as she could, given the amount of people that are going through New Life. But she always made me feel like I was her only client. And then from Paula, I was passed over to Lily, who guided me through the whole entire expectation of the surrogate mother giving delivery to having Asher into this world. The entire coordination through the entire process was one that was amicable, one that was appreciated, one that was made me feel that I was part of a family. And Asher is now part of that New Life family. Asher has given me a new life, a new lease on life, and a new life as well. Merida is very hot. It's very, very hot, right? Very, very hot. But the city itself is one that I would visit even if I wasn't going through this process. I think that being invited to Merida got me to explore and to know a different side of Mexico. Outside of the traditional known places as Mexico City and Cancun and Puerto Vallarta, but Merida people are very friendly, the restaurants are terrific, the culture is terrific, the overall experience and ambiance of Merida is one to be very much to be appreciated. And if you have the chance to explore, which one of the things that I've committed to with those that traveled with me to Merida to embrace Asher's birth, is to ensure that I bring Asher back to Merida to know where he actually came from and the culture of Merida. So we would definitely be back.